right now. Someone in your life might be slowly draining your energy, making you question your own reality, and convincing you that their toxic behavior is somehow your fault. They don't scream or throw tantrums. Instead, they operate in the shadows, using subtle manipulation that leaves you feeling confused, exhausted, and wondering if you're going crazy. This is the world of the covert narcissist. If you've clicked on this video, chances are you're already sensing something isn't right. Today, we're exposing 8 powerful strategies to recognize these hidden predators and build an invisible shield around your mental health. Covert narcissists are often the people you least suspect: the helpful colleague who makes you feel indebted, the friend who turns every conversation back to themselves, the family member who plays victim so well that you end up apologizing for their behavior. The scariest part? They've perfected making their victims feel like the problem. If you're constantly walking on eggshells, doubting your perceptions, or feeling drained after interactions with someone, keep watching. What you're about to learn could completely change how you navigate relationships. Number 1, master the art of gray rock. The gray rock method is your most effective defense. When you become as boring and unresponsive as a gray rock, you stop feeding the narcissist's need for emotional supply. Covert narcissists thrive on reaction. They live for moments when they provoke emotion: anger, sadness, frustration, even excessive joy. Every reaction you give them is fuel for their fire. They study your responses, learn your triggers, and use this information against you. When you become a gray rock, you become uninteresting. Your responses become minimal and neutral. Instead of sharing weekend plans, you say, "Not much planned." Instead of explaining why you're upset, you simply say, "Okay," and move on. The key is consistency. You can't gray rock for a week, then have an emotional outburst. Covert narcissists are patient hunters who wait for cracks in your armor. Remember, you're not being rude. You're protecting your energy and refusing to play their manipulation games. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is become completely uninteresting to someone who wants to hurt you. Number 2, document everything. Documentation is your secret weapon against gaslighting. Covert narcissists are masters at rewriting history, making promises they never keep, saying things they'll later deny, and twisting conversations to make you question your memory. Keep a private journal or notes on your phone. Record dates, times, and exact quotes. Write down how interactions made you feel. Note patterns in their behavior. This isn't about building a court case. It's about preserving your sanity and maintaining reality. When they say, "I never said that," or you're remembering it wrong, you'll have your record. Don't share this documentation with them. This is for your clarity and peace of mind. The most insidious part of covert narcissistic abuse is how it makes you doubt your own perceptions. Written proof of patterns means you can't be convinced you're making things up or being too sensitive. Number 3, set boundaries. Like your life depends on it. Boundaries aren't suggestions. They're non-negotiable rules about how you will and won't be treated. Covert narcissists are boundary testing experts who push, prod, and find creative ways to cross your lines while making you seem unreasonable. They rarely cross boundaries, obviously. Instead, they use guilt, manipulation, or passive-aggressive behavior. "I thought we were close enough that you wouldn't mind," or "You're being really sensitive about this." Your boundaries need to be crystal clear, consistently enforced, and immune to emotional manipulation. If you don't discuss certain topics, stick to it. If you set time limits for calls, honor them. If you don't lend money, make no exceptions. The most important boundary is around your emotional energy. You have the right to limit contact with people who drain you, and conversations that make you feel bad, and say no without detailed explanations. Number 4, build a support network outside their influence. Covert narcissists work to isolate their victims, not by locking you away, but by subtly undermining other relationships, making you doubt friends and family, or positioning themselves as the only person who truly understands you. Building a strong support network is crucial. Cultivate relationships with people who knew you before the narcissist. Stay connected with friends and family who consistently make you feel good about yourself. When deep in a relationship with a covert narcissist, you might share less with others. You feel embarrassed or have internalized their message that others wouldn't understand your special relationship. Fight this urge to isolate. Schedule regular check-ins with trusted friends. Join activities where you meet new people with no connection to the narcissist. Maintain hobbies completely separate from them. Your support network serves as reality checks. When you're being gaslighted, these people help you see situations clearly and remind you who you were before this relationship affected your self-esteem. Number 5, learn to identify their manipulation tactics. Knowledge is power. Understanding specific tactics covert narcissists use helps you spot them in real time. Unlike overt narcissists who are obviously self-centered, covert narcissists use subtle manipulation that's hard to identify. Triangulation brings a third person into conflicts to make you feel insecure. They mention how their ex understood them, or how a friend agrees with their perspective on your disagreement. Future faking involves promises about what they'll do or how they'll change, designed to keep you engaged without actual follow-through. They paint beautiful pictures of your future while never taking concrete steps. They excel at victim playing. When confronted, they flip the script and become the injured party. Suddenly, you're apologizing for bringing up their hurtful actions. The silent treatment withdraws attention as punishment for not meeting expectations or challenging behavior. This isn't healthy space-taking. It's emotional manipulation to make you chase their approval. Number 6, stop trying to fix or change them. This might be the hardest lesson, but also the most liberating. You cannot love a covert narcissist into becoming healthy. You cannot provide enough understanding, support, or patience to heal their wounds. You cannot sacrifice enough of yourself to fill their void. Covert narcissists present themselves as wounded souls who just need the right person to believe in them. They share stories about difficult pasts, relationship struggles, dreams, and aspirations. They make you feel special for being the one who gets them. This creates a trauma bond. You become invested in their healing. You make excuses for their behavior because you understand their pain. You convince yourself that enough love and patience will make them the person you know they can be. But their healing isn't your responsibility. Their growth isn't your project. Their emotional regulation isn't your job. You're not their therapist, savior, or emotional support system. Energy you pour into fixing them is stolen from your own growth, happiness, and well-being. When you stop trying to change them and focus on protecting yourself, everything shifts. Number 7, trust your gut instincts. Your intuition is more powerful than you realize. Covert narcissists work overtime to make you doubt it, wanting you to rely on their version of reality instead of trusting your inner knowing. They convince you that your feelings are wrong, perceptions are skewed, and instincts can't be trusted. But your gut feelings about people are usually right. That nagging sense something isn't right, that unease after conversations, that exhaustion from nowhere after spending time together, these aren't random feelings. They're your internal warning system protecting you. Pay attention to how you feel before, during, and after interactions. Do you rehearse conversations beforehand? Feel anxious about their reactions to normal things? Leave interactions feeling drained, confused, or somehow smaller? Your body keeps score even when your mind rationalizes away red flags. Headaches, stomach problems, sleep issues, or anxiety connected to this relationship are signals worth heeding. The most dangerous aspect of covert narcissistic abuse is how it teaches you to distrust yourself. Rebuilding that trust in your perceptions and feelings is essential for recovery and protection. Number 8, create an exit strategy. This final strategy might be most important, especially if the covert narcissist is someone you can't completely avoid, whether it's family, a coworker, or someone else requiring some contact. Having an exit strategy gives you power and peace of mind. For relationships you can end, your exit strategy involves gradually reducing contact, removing them from social media, and preparing for escalation that often happens when narcissists sense they're losing control. For unavoidable relationships, your strategy looks different. Plan how to handle family gatherings, workplace interactions, or shared social events. Identify safe people to talk to. Have responses ready for common manipulation tactics. And know when to remove yourself from toxic situations. Part of your exit strategy should include rebuilding your sense of self. Covert narcissistic relationships erode confidence, self-worth, and identity. Reconnect with who you were before this relationship. Revisit old hobbies. Reconnect with old friends. Remember what you enjoyed about life before it centered around managing someone else's emotions. Recovery takes time. Be patient as you rebuild boundaries, self-trust, and emotional strength. Some days will be harder. That's completely normal. Protecting yourself isn't about being mean or unkind. It's recognizing you deserve relationships that add to your life rather than subtract from it. You deserve to feel secure, valued, and respected. The most powerful thing you can do is refuse to play their games. When you stop reacting to provocations, stop proving your worth to them, stop accepting responsibility for their emotions, and stop making excuses for their behavior, you reclaim your power. If this video resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content about recognizing and healing from toxic relationships. Your support helps me create more videos for people navigating these difficult situations. I want to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 8 strategies will be most challenging to implement? Or maybe you have experience with covert narcissists you'd like to share to help others going through similar situations. Your stories could be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. If you found this helpful, check out my recent video about 10 subtle traits that reveal hidden trauma. Understanding how past experiences shape current relationships can be incredibly powerful for breaking negative patterns and building healthier connections. Remember, you're not responsible for other people's behavior, but you are responsible for protecting your well-being. You deserve relationships that celebrate who you are, not relationships requiring you to shrink yourself to keep the peace.